Oh, it's got walkers. Well, those aren't the walkers. Those are just the attack dogs. Either way, I don't want to get shot by them. At least not yet. There's another one. They're everywhere. Hey everybody, this is Kirkensvak bringing you some existential sci-fi with No Man's Sky. In this episode, we'll be exploring the planet and getting ourselves into space. If you're enjoying the episodes, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Okay, so when we finished the last episode, we had just gotten our ship fixed and it was ready to fly. So before we jump in the ship, I'm going to go ahead and grab a few things here, just get some more ferrite and identify a few of these items so that I can get the units for them as well as whatever the underlying elements are if I need it. Don't really need ammonia right now. Also grab some more carbon so I can get that. And I haven't identified that one yet, so let's go ahead and click on that. And of course my weapon's out of carbon. So fill that guy back up. Go ahead and finish chopping this tree down. Get this one while I'm over here. And we should be getting pretty close to getting ready to go. And go ahead and get a picture of those birds. So birds can actually be worth, or whatever you want to call this. I don't know why I did that. These flying animals can be worth a little bit of units. Typically they're worth about 1,000, 1,600, but sometimes they could be worth even more than that. So grab those units. I'm going to go ahead and chop down a tree again because I just can't ever seem to resist doing that when there's one close. Alright, well, let's see about getting back in the ship. We'll just grab one more rock. Maybe two. Maybe three. Or four. Or five. Alright. Go ahead and get rid of these geodes. One more. Okay, let's go get in the ship. It's always a good idea when you get in the ship to check your launch thruster and make sure you've got enough fuel, and we've got a decent amount right now, so we're okay. And let's go ahead and take off. Another thing I like to do right away is to set a shortcut to my camera view. So you see if you press X, there's all these different shortcut menus available to you. And under Utilities, there's the one for the switching the starship view. I do Control 0, and that makes 0 my shortcut key to get to the starship view. Oh, that's going to scratch the paint. So now if I press 0, I jump back and forth to my views. So now I can see the surroundings a lot better when I'm in this third-person view. When I need to aim at something, the first-person view rather is much better to work with. All right, so there's a trade post that we saw. So when you first get in this ship, don't just rush out into space. There's a lot of stuff on the planet, and it's worth flying around and seeing if there's anything nearby. See, like, for instance, there's copper. We don't have any use for copper right now because we don't have a terrain manipulator. And you'll see I don't know how to make a terrain manipulator yet. So I can't dig it up. But if I had a terrain manipulator, I would see it there. And now you can see there's that little landing pad symbol. So there's some building over here I can go check out. And I may be able to find things that are really useful early in the game that I'd otherwise miss if I just shot straight out into space right away. So let's go ahead and land here and see what we end up with. All right, so jump out. That automatically saves my game. I'll grab whatever's in this robot. And got nanites. Always good to get nanites. I don't know what's going on with the graphics there. So here's the waypoint indicator. So if you click on that, it will give you nanites and save the game for you. Well, it gives you nanites the first time you use it. And you run over here to this door. And so you can see this is a reinforced door. So I can't just open it. I've got to shoot it open. And with the weapons I have, that's not easy to do because as soon as I start shooting at it, the sentinels are going to come after me. So I have this thing called a ship, and it has this thing on it called guns. So we're just going to shoot the door open with our ship, and then we won't have to worry about the sentinels. So again, it's easier to aim from first-person view, so I switch my view, swing the ship around, line up on that building, and just as soon as we get the door into view, we can start shooting at it. There we go. So the doors are blown open. And you'll see once we did that, the sentinels started searching for us, and then we go right into stuff. You usually run into stuff when you do that. It's no big deal. It's just shield damage. So we got about 20 seconds before the sentinels start shooting at us. I could land and then just try to run into the building. I'm safe once I get into the building. But this way I don't have to worry about it. And I could just go ahead and wait out the 6 or 7 seconds to get in there without having to be shot at by things. All right, so when we land, of course, when we jump out, it's going to make a save, but we're also going to make a manual save. And the reason for that is that when you do these manufacturing facilities, which is what we're at right now, they have a puzzle. But the puzzle is in whatever language is for that particular life form. We don't know any words yet, so we don't have any way of reading the puzzle. Well, now we know one word. What word do we know? Let's see what we learn. We know Korvax. So, I mean, that's not going to help me solve the puzzle. So if I save the game ahead of time, then I can go ahead and try the puzzle. And if I get the first answer wrong, I can reload to try a different answer. There's always only 3 answers, so sooner or later you're going to get it right. All right, so the place is going off. Nobody cares because there's nobody here. So we were doing some kind of research. And they need to decide whether or not to continue the research, and there's a whole bunch of words we can't read. So it wants confirmation of the experiment, but we don't know, does it want to continue the experiment, does it want to end it, or does it need something from us? So, I mean, basically we just got to guess. So depending on how good my guess is, so let's say continue. So I tell it to continue, and it breaks. So continuing was the wrong option. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go up into the options menu and reload that manual save. And then we'll see what that takes us back to. And we're back. All right, so I'm going to have to run through here and grab everything again because we reloaded. So let's go over here, grab these nanites. Go back and grab the stuff out of that chest. Actually, an ammunition box, I guess. And let's try this one again. So we gotta go through all the same stuff. We know that the answer is not to continue the experiment. So this time let's try ending the experiment because I don't think inserting carbon is gonna do it. So we do that, it spits itself out, and then it starts working right. So we're good. Now we can extract nanites, create a new multi-tool slot, or learn a recipe. I usually choose learn a recipe because this is all stuff I'm gonna need. But I may save the factory override. See how at the top left you get 2 factory override units? I think in the console games you only get 1. But I may save a lot of these and then go and do them all at one time when I know what it is I need. Right now I'm not sure what I need, although an Atlas pass wouldn't be a bad thing to have because I'd be able to open all those containers I can't get to. So maybe I'll grab an Atlas pass and just save the other one. So if I leave at this point, it's going to let me save that 1 factory override unit. And so that throws that into my inventory. So I can keep accumulating those until I have a better idea of what it is I want to spend them on. So we can run back out here, save the game again so we don't have to do any more puzzles. And jump back in our ship and see what else we can find. It looks like the sun set while we were out. All right, so we still have launch fuel, and I don't have either one of them. So, there's our trading post. That's where we just were. A lot of times these things line up in a line. So if you follow a line from there, you'll keep running across more stuff. So here's another building I can check out. If nothing else, there are nanites in one of those 2 buildings below. But there'll also be things in this particular building. So let's go see what we can find here. All right, game gets saved. And this is a little minor settlement. So get rid of these. Get some oxygen. I don't really need health, but I always click it just in case. See if there's anything in the yellow box. A microprocessor, that's a handy thing to have. You need those to build a lot of materials. Atlas Pass, I don't have any copper yet, so I can't make that until I get copper. All right, so I can buy and sell stuff in here. I could also upgrade my multi-tool. Let's see what this one looks like. It's no better than the one I got. So I just get an extra slot. So we won't mess with that. Then it looks like there's a place where I can get some cash. So I can check stock transfer and get some units. I can grab some nanites. It's got a trade terminal if I need to buy or sell anything. So this person will sell me blueprints or parts. So I buy blueprints with nanites, and I buy parts with units. So you see these are some of the blueprints I could use. The teleport receiver is super handy. The advanced mining laser is super handy because there's some stuff that I can't mine with just a regular mining tool. So that one might be worth getting. It's 75 nanites. We have 276. So I can get that. What else might I want to do? I guess we'll just stop with that one. Let's see if I can sell some stuff here. All right, well, there's launch fuel. Let's maybe buy a couple of those so that I can take off and land. You can make launch fuel too, but it's always easy to just buy stuff if you've got the cash. So I'll get some more oxygen. Some uranium. So uranium is an alternate to launch fuel in your launch thrusters. So it's good to have it handy so that if you don't have the launch fuel, you can just go ahead and use uranium. Plus, launch fuel is an all or nothing entry, whereas uranium, you can just do it incrementally anytime you just feel like throwing some more fuel in. All right, well, let's go check those buildings out and grab whatever nanites are in there as well as whatever things are in this cargo drop here. So more condensed carbon. Never hurts to have condensed carbon. Let's see what's in the box. More condensed carbon. We can save the game and get some nanites. Oh, in that case, I got navigation data instead of nanites. There's the nanites. Okay. More nanites. More nanites. Lots of nanites. I have to go back and buy more stuff. There's the broken machinery. I'm going to go fix Robbie the robot again. Let's see what we get from him. Nanites. It's like a nanites bonanza going on over here. Usually the second building is mostly empty, but sometimes there'll be like one thing in there that's useful. But not this time. All right, so save the game again so we don't have to do any of that over again. So that's dihydrogen. I haven't really done a lot with dihydrogen, but we want to keep this handy because this is what you need to make Starship launch fuel. And it's also used to make dihydrogen jelly, which you use in a number of recipes. So it's good to have dihydrogen around. Usually 500 to 1,000 of it around is enough for you to handle most situations that are going to come up. All right, we're getting real full on our slots here. And then the mining tool, so I need a hermetic seal. I know how to make that. So I know how to make all of this with the wiring loom. Let's go see if there's a wiring loom in this trading post here. All right, what do they got? I rarely use the personal force field. It just takes up a slot. So I don't typically make it unless I just feel like it. And pretty much every space station will have wiring looms, but unfortunately this trading post doesn't have them because it's just a minor settlement. So we're gonna have to find that when we get to the space station. All right, let's see what else we can find. And I love the view, so you can see the planet up there in the sky with the rings around it. So we may be on some type of moon for all I know. So I generally just fly around and look back and forth for any type of structure that might be interesting, and drop down and see what I get. It doesn't cost you any fuel to fly, you just need fuel to take off and land. So there's another building there. And there's a ruin. Well, I guess it's some type of monolith. So this is a place you can learn a lot of words. So there's usually 4. Oh, it didn't let me land, it just let me bounce off of the side of the mountain there. Don't always understand why it lets you land some places and not others. I mean, that looks about as flat as it gets, but it doesn't want me to land there. How about there? No. How about there? No. So maybe we'll just go land down there and come back. All right, we're on the ground. It is free parking, so I get to take off without burning through launch thrusters there, so that's not a bad thing. And I can never find the doors for these places. I usually end up running around the whole thing. There we go. There's the door. So what's this building? Oh, it's got walkers. Well, those aren't the walkers. Those are just the attack dogs. Either way, I don't want to get shot by them. At least not yet. There's another one. They're everywhere. Oh, look at that big old dinosaur animal looking thing. All right, let's grab all this stuff. Some dihydrogen. Get nothing. Save the game. Get a nav data. Get some nanites. And let's go blow those doors off. I can figure out where the doors are. There we go. All right, doors are open. And just gotta avoid the sentinels. Especially since 2 of them are those attack dogs. All right, I'm just gonna hang here for just a couple more seconds. Oh, I go through. I'm hard on ships. All right, where's that landing pad? There it is. Let's go land. Let's see what we can do here. See if we can get the puzzle right on the first try. Man, there's our dinosaur guy. Oh, and there's the walking eyeballs guy. We already scanned him. He probably has a more proper name than walking eyeball guy. All right, what do we do with the door? That might be a door. No, it's not a door. There's the door. All right, so these guys will give you advances in standing, so that's always a nice thing to get from that. And here, these will give you more nanites, so we want to grab that. In this case, it gave me navigation data. I much prefer nanites. You get more of these navigation data things than you know what to do with. All right, let's try the puzzle. Lots of words I can't read. So do we want gas, shield, or exosuit? We'll do gas. Hey, it worked. First try. Hazmat gauntlet. That's a handy thing to have. So that allows you to pick up certain types of plants that you couldn't otherwise touch. And that comes in handy when you start doing some farming. Generally, you got to buy that at the anomaly, but we're getting it for free. All right, I forgot where I parked. Oh, grab this while I'm here. Go find out, where did I put that ship? There we go. All right, so all my jumping around is starting to burn down my oxygen and my life support system, so we'll fix that in a second. Go ahead and save the game so I don't have to solve puzzles anymore. All right, well, let's get back after it. Let's see what else we can find lying around here. There's more copper we can't get to. Oh, I forgot about that thing. Let's go see if it'll let us land this time. We'll go put down over there and see what we can learn. Nothing else, we'll learn 4 more words. Might help our puzzle solving skills. So these are places where you can, first let's grab these. So these monoliths and alien artifacts are places where you can go in and they usually ask you to solve a puzzle and then you solve the puzzle, or it asks you to take some action. If you choose the right action, you can get rewards. And if you choose the wrong action, you get the opposite of a reward. So we'll see what this one wants us to do after I finish grabbing this dihydrogen. All right, so first thing I usually do is just run around and grab all the words. So we'll grab this guy. So this will talk to us about what Korvaxes are. So Korvax is the robotic life form, if you haven't already played the game. And so there's Korvax, Vy'keen, and Gek. Gek are the little guys, Vy'keen are the big monster-looking guys. So the Korvax look like living computers or androids. So we're going to go through here and learn a couple more words. I think that's all of them. And then we can run up the stairs. Or jetpack up the stairs, whatever you want to do. So go ahead and choose that. And now it's going to give us questions to answer. So this is a nightmare kind of scenario that it puts out in front of you. And you get to choose your options. I'm just going to wait. I pass the test and I get a reward. And my reward is I learned a word. Oh, and a Korvax casing. So there are times where you use that, like when you're trying to find a portal. But we're not going to be looking for portals for quite a while, so that's just something to sell. All right, let's go. And starting to get a little tired of flying around, so it's getting real close to time to shoot into space. Let's just look around a little bit longer, see if there's anything of use out here. Imagine if I'm getting tired of doing it, you're probably getting tired of watching it. Not really seeing a whole lot. There's another landing pad, but it's just a couple of buildings, so that's just a place to go get nanites. Not really looking to land just for that. Oh. This is why I end up getting addicted to these games, because I can't ever just walk by something. I gotta go check it out. So let's check it out. I mean, well, at least we'll get a bunch of dihydrogen, save the game, get some nanites for that, and we'll get whatever nanites are in the box. And I'm like, really need more slots. Don't need ammonia. So try this again. Life support gel. All right. Save it. Get the navigation data. That big tower that was over there is a hollow terminal, and so that's what we use later on in one of the storylines to communicate with one of the characters in the game. But they don't really serve any other purpose as far as just climbing up there. All right, let's see what other things I can't drive by. All right, let's go to space. Enough of that nonsense. All right, so now we've identified this place. It's got 6 planets, developing economy. Not a ton of fighting, but a little bit of fighting, so that's all helpful information. Now it's going to want me to do 3 things to make sure that my ship is working correctly. It wants me to fly around, hit the space button to get the thrust going, and also hit the shift button to get the thrust going, and the space bar to test the pulse engines. And so once you do all that, and then it'll let you advance. And then also when you're pointing at these planets, you can press C, it will scan it, and it will tell you what's in those or on those planets. That's not persistent though. If you don't land on the planet, you've got to do it again the next time you come in here. So. And then also, if you shoot these rocks, you can get either tritium, which you need to fuel your pulse engines, or you can get silver, gold, and platinum. So I generally just shoot these a little bit here and there just so I can keep those stockpiles loaded. It's a pretty easy way to get those elements. And gold and silver and platinum are actually fairly valuable commodities, but I generally just keep them in my inventory because a lot of times you need them to build stuff. Once you get a freighter, you use a ton of silver in the freighter. All right, so what other planets have we got here? All right, so now that we've done all of the things that we're supposed to do, we're going to get a message. And we're going to identify ourselves. We don't know who we are, but we're going to identify ourselves anyway. And we're not alone. We just have to follow the gizzards. And then we get some planetary coordinates, so let's go see what those are. So somewhere on the screen now, there we go. We gotta look for that. I don't know what that symbol is. It's like a fly. I guess it's a planet on fire. I don't know what that means. Anyway, that's where we're going. Before we do that, though, let's go to the space station. It's that yellow diamond in the display at the bottom. So generally it's marked for you, but we're not far enough in the game that it automatically marks it for you. So you got to find it on the screen, and then you hold your space bar down, and the pulse engines kick in, and you just want to fly up to it. You kind of have to watch for it because it's you could accidentally fly by it if you're not careful. The other thing you do is you can move all this stuff into your technology slots, and that allows you to free up the space in your general inventory. And then so tritium is my fuel, and there's my gold and my silver that I got while I was shooting stuff. And I lost the space station because I was monkeying around. So you see, there we go. So there it is. It's that diamond in the display. And if there's no lines pointing to it, that means you're even with it. Otherwise, you've got to go up or down to get the lines to go away. Once the lines go away, then you know you're on the same plane. This is what you're looking for. All right, so, ow. So let's go ahead and fly in there. Yeah, the rocks will hurt you. Generally, it's just shield damage, but it's preferable to shoot them if you get the opportunity. What we're looking for is a blue light that sticks out of this thing, and we haven't found it yet. So I gotta fly around till I find that blue light. Okay, it's gotta be here somewhere. Pretty sure they've got one. There it is. So you don't have to do a lot. You just gotta get touched by that, and then it'll suck you into the space station. So here we go. And you only hear the cool music the first time you go into the space station, and then it's just background music. All right, well, that will do it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll be scrapping ships, killing sentinels, and figuring out how to get around a software bug that we run into. If you're enjoying the episodes, don't forget to click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next show.